Hi everyone, before we start this video, I would like for you to go to my Gofundme project, which are at the in the description below. If you want to go help me with one of these projects, please click the links below, and it will take you to that particular project. So please help me. I need your help. Thank you. God bless. On this episode of Infowars News Blitz, a father killed by a dreamer says Oakland Mayor has blood on her hands. MSM has massive layoffs in 2018, and Trump slams Comey after Sessions fires McCabe. That and a lot more, so stay tuned. For the week of March the 19th, 2017, this is the first article here, and it's an article written by Adon Salazar. The title is called Father of Son Killed by a Dreamer. Oakland Mayor allowing Americans to be murdered. Has blood on her hands. Underneath it says, Mayor alerted illegals to upcoming ICE raid. The father of a teen killed by an illegal immigrant is calling out the mayor of Oakland, California, after she alerted illegals to an upcoming ICE raid. Speaking to Fox and Friends Friday, Jamel Shaw Jr. slammed Mayor Libby Scantoff over her decision to warn illegals that ICE would be commencing an operation in the Bay Area within 24 hours. You know, it's just disgusting, Shaw said. Her job was to protect citizens, the American citizens, and for her to take a stand like that, she allowing Americans to be murdered. Shaw's 17-year-old son, Jazz, was on his way back home from a football game when he was shot and killed by an illegal alien in 2008. The illegal was described as a DACA recipient who had just completed a 4-month sentence of assault for assault with a deadly weapon and battery of a police officer. She has blood on her hands because she could have easily just let him go into the jail system and capture those criminals, but she allowed them to come out and then for people to be murdered and raped and robbed and identity theft she shot aloud. That's not on her. That's all on her, not the people like her. Around 800 illegals were evaded capture during the operation after Mayor Scaroff warned 115 of which ICE described as having prior felony conviction for serious or violent offenses such as child sex crimes. The article goes on to say that Shaw is a part of a group known as Angel Families who have been loved but low and stayed by people in the country illegally. I mean, what this mayor did was, it's almost criminal, and Trump called her out on this as well. I mean, she needs to be jailed. I'm sorry. She needs to be jailed, and she needs to she needs to ultimately step down. She needs to have the book thrown at her. Right to the second article here, and it's an article written by John Knowlton. The title is called Knowlton. Disregarded media already hit with massive layoffs in 2018. Sorry if I get the name wrong. This article is from Breitbart and it was linked by Infowars.com. By the time President Trump's presidency is over, one of the biggest pieces of fake news we'll look back on it when we were told by the media that Trump was good for media business. According to what's happening in the place called the real world, the truth is that business for the media is horrible. We'll start with the Denver Post, which announced Thursday that between April 9th and July the 31st, jobs will be cut from its newsroom. This is a massive 30% cut of its staff of 100 journalists. So that's like a 6% drop. Just 10 years ago, according to the left-far Washington Post, the Denver Post employed 600 journalists. That's close to 9% of reduction in only a decade. Just a few hours later, we learned that another wave of surprising layoffs hit the Chicago Tribune. 14 newsroom staffers were let go in the publication's second round of layoffs in less than 6 months. Back in October, more than a dozen were let go. Roger Feder reports that further cuts are expected as the newsroom prepares to leave Tribune Tower for a smaller space in the Pensacola Plaza. I'm sorry, I couldn't pronounce the name right. Please forgive me. I read the whole thing. The article goes on to say that none of this should be surprising. Americans have lost faith in the media, and for good reason. The belligerent bias, the unreliable fake news, as an example. Just look at the past 18 hours. Both the ProPublica and the New York Times, which is the toilet paper of records, have caught spreading fake news about Gina Hespin. And folks, I'm going to stop right there. I mean, people are fed up with these guys, and they're now realizing that technically they're done. These are the final death throes of the fake news media, and I gotta say, it feels real good. And I'm very happy that these guys are getting their just desserts. All that lying, all that deceiving, and yet, basically, they're not, this isn't over yet. They're gonna strike back. I mean, they're trying to kick off Infowars and the Drudge Report right now. I mean, with fake lawsuits and everything else, so these are the final death throes, folks. Anyway, this is the last article here, and it's article written by Zero Hedge. The title is called Trump Slams Sanctimonious Comey After Sessions Fires FBI McCabe a day before retirement. Perhaps this means Trump will lay off the constant trolling of Sessions for a while, as the subtitle. Update. Trump tweets that McCabe's firing is a great day for the hard-working men and women of the FBI and democracy. Then lashes out at the sanctimonious former FBI Director Comey. Lies and corruption going on at the highest levels of the FBI, indicating that his actions made McCabe look like a choir boy. Perhaps this means Trump will lay off the constant trolling for Sessions for a while. As we detailed earlier, after a long day of what seems like the swamp protecting one of their dirtiest creatures, Attorney General Jeff Sessions fired former FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe just over 24 hours before he was set to retire and claim his full pension benefits. McCabe turns 50 on Sunday, the earliest he would have been eligible for his full retirement benefits. Sessions noted that both the Department of Justice Inspector General Matthew Hosowitz, as well as the FBI's disciplinary office, had found that Mr. McCabe had made an unauthorized disclosure to the news media and lacked candor, including under oath and multiplication. Translation, he leaked. So, McCabe was involved in leaks and he lied under oath. Perjury! The article goes on to say that while McCabe's firing is directly related to the disclosure of sensitive information to the media about the Clinton email investigation, the former deputy director took a leave of absence in January amidst a heated controversy over the FBI's conduct surrounding the 2016 election, which we all know wasn't done by Russia, folks. But at least Sessions now waking up now, folks. And it looks like, from what I'm hearing, McMaster, or as I call him, McChump, is about to be next. So technically, they're all leaving. Well, that's all the articles I have for you today. If you'd like to read more about these articles, please go to the links below or go to Infowars.com or PlaceBat.com. Thank you for hundreds of articles I have read for you today. This is the Infowars News Blitz. I am Infogundam. Now for free read number 3, like, subscribe, and donate. Bye-bye. Oh, and I might actually speak about something that happened a few days ago. And it's something about some teenage girl running off with a 45-year-old guy. I mean, just stay tuned, folks. Keep it real, alright? Stay classy.